I'm going to try to be a little bit louder because when I was setting up, my voice was really quiet, but I can really go a lot louder. So I am now monitoring both the chat on YouTube and on Facebook. I mean, honestly, I'm sorry. This was supposed to be all together. Okay, so here's the papers I have. I have this Hahnemuhle Burgund, which is not that great for something that has a lot of water because it doesn't absorb the water, but it may be good for something. Maybe we should try this one first. But you let me know if you guys have a opinion of what I should try first. Then I have this Arch, the thick one, 640, 300 pounds. I mean, this one is 140 pounds. It's also another Arch one. Then I have a Fabriano. Then I have these. This is a really good brand, Bahong. Both of these are from Bahong. This one is Academy Watercolor Painter, and this one is Argus Watercolor Paper. And so I have these two, and they're a really good option. Anybody has an opinion on what I should try first? Let me know. Maybe I should try it. Maybe I'll try these Chinese ones first. It's a much cheaper. Well, it's significantly cheaper than ours, and it is a good quality. It's maybe not as good quality, but for practice paintings, it's great. So what we're going to do here, this technique that I wanted to try. Just give me a sip for my coffee. I'm going to spray the paper with, yeah, nobody said what paper, so I'm just going to continue with this one. I'm going to spray it pretty heavily with some water, and then I'm going to apply the white paint all over. And is this going to work? I have no idea. Have I ever tried this technique before? No, I haven't. I saw somebody painting something similar, but I believe that their paints were not watercolors. So this is a whole new adventure. Oh my goodness. I guess I got the edge there, but we're going to make that disappear. There's probably something from on the edge from a previous painting. There is something you need to be conscious and aware of. An edge from a previous painting may affect your watercolor. As you can see here on the edges from the last painting, it's coming in. But for this painting, it doesn't matter because it's a practice painting. Oh, look at this. I'm going to move the face cake a little bit so you can see better. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so I have this plastic, and I'm actually going to rip it in half so I don't use the whole plastic on one painting. This plastic is very crinkly. Um, and so I'm going to take some color, this blue, and I'm going to put some of this blue on my paint tray, just thick as it is. And then I'm going to take my crinkled up plastic and I'm going to dip in this paint a little bit. It's thick. It's really thick. I don't want to make a... And we're going to... Do I know what I'm doing? Have I ever tried this before? No. But do I like that? That's interesting. Now I think we need to go with another color. I'm going to grab my paper towel and dry up my plastic a little bit. Because this one maybe would be better with a different color. I did put a lot of water in there. Probably too much. But you know, we have 2 or 3 paintings to try today. So, hello Marie from France. I'm going to put a little purple, dark purple, because oh, many people. I was going to say ladies, but you know what? Many people like purple. And I want to get as many crinkles as I can. And I'm still trying to keep the liquid. this is all pulling. That's okay. This would be a great thing to try with your kids or grandkids because as you can see, it does some really interesting shapes. And it's going to put them aside. Now this is still very wet, but I have a lot of this purple. I'm very tempted to see if I can move some of this paint with a paintbrush and see what happens. Now again, we're not here to judge. We're not here to make any snap judgments. We may be here to fix some errors, like this little fooling on the end here. And actually this pool is quite deep. So I'm just going to go with my paper towel here and remove some of the liquid in there. So what do we want to see here? So maybe this is a plant or a flower. And maybe there's another one. Right through the pool, but it's keeping its shape. See, this is the beauty of using these thicker tube paints, that if you're using it almost straight from the tube, the thickness of it will keep its shape. I think this was supposed to be flowers, but you know what I think it is now? I think it's turned into trees. Do you guys see the trees? There we go. Look at these trees. It's very interesting. They are so blue. I'm just dabbing here with the purple, giving it a little bit more texture. See, we didn't know what we were painting when we showed up here today. But now we know, for this first painting at least, we're going to be painting some trees. And I, I think it's quite interesting. The lines are needed for the anchoring right now. What if we added a third color to these trees? Now see, maybe it is because I'm using the cheap paper and the student quality of that. But it's definitely pulling in here. I love having a glass table in this house because I can just set everything down and not worry about getting dirty. So this slid into the white, so I'm just rinsing it off a wee bit, wiping it down on my cloth, and restoring that line for that tree. I wonder if I put another color in there, is it going to ruin the painting or is it going to make it better? Maybe just a little bit of green at the bottom. I mean, the trees are blue. Do we have a blue-green in this set? Oh, hookah green. I'm not sure. I think I'd like to find the Viridian. Mm, maybe I don't have Viridian green in this set. Sorry, I'm talking quietly again. When I get into painting, what happens is I talk slightly quietly. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a dab of the hooker green. You know what? I'm gonna straighten this out. There isn't as much water in there. I just put that straight up in the purple because we're going to be creative and let go of judgment of ourselves and of anything that may happen on this piece of paper today. All right, so back to that paintbrush. We're gonna mix the purple with the green, so it's got a blue quality to it. Maybe probably gonna regret this. One spot of white. Okay. Okay, it's not bad. I'm not regretting it. I want to put down some kind of a base on this painting, like grass or something, because I don't think, again, I just mixed these two colors plus some hookah green. I would have preferred Viridian green or emerald green, but you know, no, don't appear in my box, in my paint box for these paints that we're using today. I'm gonna make a little slightly bigger bush on one side. And maybe that bigger bush has some darker blue in it. Not terrible. Let's do more bushes. Just dabbing, 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 dabbing slightly, allowing the watercolor to do the heavy lifting in this painting. Grabbing some little more blue to give some depth to these bushes. Very wet. This stuff is super wet. I don't normally paint this wet, but this is why this is a great challenge. Also, wet in wet watercolor painting makes for great meditative painting. So if you were doing this by yourself without me talking over it, and if you were just going through these thought processes, going thinking, okay, what do I need to do here? How is it be improved? What I can do here? And you know what? I was thinking that I don't want to use salt today, but that bottle of grass is just asking for salt. I wonder if it's too wet. It could possibly be too wet, but I think I'm going to finish this off like this. Just a little bit of salt instead of adding another color to the trees. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this painting and put it aside and see what happens. Now I can already tell that even though this painting or this particular paper, this is the student guide paper from Bauholm, you have to watch the buckling. It's attached on all sides, yet it's still buckling here in the middle. But for a meditative painting, I mean, this is not a painting for sale. It's not necessarily for a client. Maybe it's for my mom if I like the end result. Maybe I'll do some more work on it after it dries up a little bit. But it is definitely fun to make. And I'm just going to take a paper towel really quickly and pick up that extra water there. All right. So that was our first painting. I'm going to rinse my hands so I don't stir the end on. One second. Just to get most of that glue off my hands. Excuse me. Was not anywhere near the mute button for that sneeze. All right. Why don't we try one of these arches? But what I want to do, this one's not attached anyway. I kind of want to make this a smaller piece because it's such a big piece to work on for experimenting. And this is the good stuff, right? So cut it in half like giant sewing scissors. No, you guys can pretend you didn't see me cutting paper with sewing scissors. Okay, so this is what we're using now. Arch, tough grain or tough, rough grain, uh, 300 grams by square meter, I guess, 140 pounds. So that's the paper. All right. So I want to kind of try the same technique, but different because that was the first time I was trying it. So there we go. Just want to make sure everybody can see. So instead of spraying the paper heavily, like I did last time, this time I'm going to just paint with this wet white paint. So basically priming the paper, but just with the white paint that's also mixed with gouache, right? So it's not transparent or light. It's more thick calcium-based paint. But as you can see, the arch paper, well, we can't see it yet because I haven't really gotten the whole thing wet. As you can see, it's not really buckling. It's not really lifting as I get it wetter and wetter. It is just staying in place. This is a really good quality paper. There we go. And you can always take a bigger block of arch or arches, however you call it, and cut it in half like I did here. It's just a more comfortable size to work with, unless I'm working on a masterpiece, which I'm not. This is a meditative paint along, and we're doing some painting experimentation with tinfoil, cellophane, which is already quite. Now, there is a trick in folding this stuff too, because I find that it doesn't have so many surfaces. So maybe if I do it like this. Now this time I'm going to straighten this guy out, and I'm going to try with the green that I built from the last one. The trees worked out pretty well. So let's do a tree. Ooh, straight lines. No, there's no straight lines in the image. Let's break off that straight line. Okay, there we go. More paint. Maybe even more paint. Oh, this paint's ready to go. Now I'm doing a crazy thing. I'm putting the paint directly on the cellophane. Is that gonna work? I don't know. I've never tried this before. I'm doing this for the first time. But this is it. Look at this tree. It's nice. I'm gonna do a bush over here. Maybe some grassy areas. I think what we could do is grab our other cellophane and maybe move some of this orange paint over here and get another brush to bring some of that blue. We're only using 3 colors so far, I'm going to bring some of that blue and mix it with the white over here. If I put some, there we go. There we go. So that's a pretty pale blue-white mixture. Getting the paintbrush over here. Paint piece of cellophane. Oh well. Making sure there are no straight lines. Dipping it in that pale blue I just made. And we'll see if we can make some. So the first dab kind of left some heavy marks on paper. Just spread it around. Maybe it's not clouds, maybe it's just the sky. I'm doing the circles where I get the green in the page. So look at this. This has got the sky. It's got some kind of a tree going on. Not bad at all. I'm gonna rinse the pale blue brush and put it back in the green. Let me see what else I can put on there. Remember, this is the hunter green mixed with a little bit of purple and a little bit of the, the blue that I used, which was, I believe, Prussian blue. So More dabbing. Am I ruining the tree? Just going to. Maybe this should be more of a dry brush situation. Let's see what that looks like. So in order to get this wet brush to a dry brush, you just wipe it down. Interesting. Not sure I love it. What would make me love it? Dipping it directly in the blue. Maybe this painting is just too fluffy. Fluffy, is that a word? Yeah, those of you who have been to the paint along in the past would know that normally it's not upside down, but I'm not I'm not proficient enough to paint upside down. I don't know. It's kind of a challenge, a challenge for me to paint upside down. I will make sure that for the next one, all the tools are back in order. And I just didn't think of checking it because we've had the same tool and used it the same way for ages. So just giving it more. Maybe like a trunk. The trunk probably shouldn't be green, yeah. So now this is my dirty, dirty water, right? But it's super dirty. So after washing this brush, I'm kind of drawing it a little bit on my cloth here. I will rinse it with cleaner water before I bring in this brown for the tree trunk. And it's interesting because like I'm just gonna put a little bit on my paintbrush and create a brown thing. Look at this. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now I have a little bit of brown on this paintbrush. Maybe I want something to cheer up. Say this is a meditative painting, and I'm not teaching, I'm meditating. And I've dabbed and I've dabbed and I've dabbed and I put this blue here and I put this green here and maybe some brown. Maybe dab the bush with some brown a little bit. And I'm thinking, you know what, this painting is a little monochromatic. It's a little green blue. Maybe we need something like a kit of some sort. And I'm trying to see which kit do I want. Maybe permanent red mixed with the brown. Do you think that? Oh goodness, it's hard to open. Oh, okay, we got permanent red with the double brown. There we go. There we go. Mixing this permanent. Wow, that's red. Woo, that is red. Even with these other colors that I had on the paintbrush to soften it a little bit, it's still red. But have you seen those flowers? The bills that live on the big stick, tall ones like that. Maybe it's a field of flowers. And maybe this little bush has like flowers on it too. Do I like the bush flowers? Not really, no. Maybe something about it, you know. right. And if you take it to the next level, rinse the brush, dry the brush, dipping it in white. White. Hmm. I'm a risk taker, that's why. The flowers look better. I am drying between, and the bush I'm just dabbing. Do you guys agree that the bush needs more work? I believe the bush needs more work. Not really rinsing the brush between applications. The glue is really good. Just kind of like, maybe the flowers come into colors. What do you guys think? Okay. Maybe this bush needs like a green thing. And then make it dark green. No, it's not dark green. There we go. Let's go here. I'm still thinking about the first painting that I was trying to do earlier today. Just put a little dab of green on there to give it that. Not sure if this bush looks super bushy to me. Yeah. Putting gray dabs or red dabs on it will make it better. See, it just needs it to be darker. So this is why I have a triple water jar going on my desk, because I rinse the paintbrush in the dirty water. And then I go into the cleaner water, and once that gets a little funky, I need to go to the third one, even the cleaner water, right? That way I can always start with a clean brush to go into my white. And the dimension. The softness, oops. Wow. And it doesn't matter how many dots I make, or if I make them wrongly, because there's all there's to it. Doesn't matter how many dots I make. What does this painting need to, maybe what we need here, going back to my foil, I might ruin the painting at any second. Any second. This might just be it. Hola, María López de España. Oh, hola María López de España. All right. Hola de México. So this is a little intense. I did something, it was intense, but I have this Kleenex here, and we're gonna make it less intense. And maybe we dip it in some water, the edge of the Kleenex, to soften this even more. This whole painting is just dab, 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 dab. Nope, I'm not laying anything out, just picking things up. It's a meditative painting. It doesn't have to make sense. But I'm yearning for more yellow. I enjoyed the yellow there, and I think that more yellow would be good. So how about I just dip the tip of my paintbrush in this yellow. And oh, it's really watery. I think that's a good thing. So we want to make sure that the yellow is more on the side of the sun, uh, because that's where the sunlight would be reflecting off the tree, right? But we're just playing, we're not making a masterpiece, who cares? It's all good. Maybe something like this, with some yellow in there. Oh, now I messed up my yellow paint. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. And I made it a little dirty. Oh, look. This looks like a paintbrush. What can I do with this? Not much. Well, it was worth a try. Alright. So, what else can we do to try to ruin this painting? Yes, I did say that. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Look at this. So that's two paintings. I can see the other one. It's super, super wet. So I'm going to show you guys later. Okay. Let's do the other half of this arch. I want to try this one other technique with the white paint in the background. So let's try this. This is the third and final painting that we're going to be doing today. And you know what? I'll try to make sure that next time the technical difficulties are non-existent. Let's go over this thing up. Ooh, look, it picked up some blue from the table. I'm cool with that. I'm totally great with that. Ooh, blue in the sky too. There we go. So now, let's just do paintbrushes and see. Now, what I wanted to do the first time is I wanted to use the foil to do something. Let's see if I can do it myself. Ooh, I wonder what would happen. Let's see, I'm gonna do three of these. what would happen if oh, I need to do something for balance. Hold on. I know. I don't know what I'm doing. What if I took this pink water or water sprayer and sprayed it now? What would happen to these trees? How would they dissolve on me? Ooh, look at this. They're going places. These trees are going places. I'm not sure where they're going, but they're going somewhere. What if then, once these trees start going places, maybe another line in the middle. Whoa, guys, these are going places. Oh, but I want to do yellow now. See, this is exactly like, I don't know if you guys remember. I remember being this excited when I was a kid. Oh, I want to do yellow now. Let's see. Oh, this is so good. That'll be great. Okay, let's do yellow now. Woo, I'm excited. The paper is buckling. It's buckling. It is buckling, but it's not buckling in the middle. It's buckling toward the outside, which is okay. Goodness, I get so excited. I'm coughing. What am I mixing this yellow as? I think, oh, I got some yellow on my pants. Why did I do that? Okay, no, no. Don't worry about it. You're wearing painting clothes. That's it. So what if just on the outside? It's yellow. Ooh, and I have an idea. Okay, for the last one, what I want to do is I want to do the red. I know it's totally crazy, but I want to do the red. Oh, look, I got a little coffee. Coffee. This is meditative paint along, guys. This is paint along. You don't judge yourself. You don't judge what you're doing. You don't judge your masterpiece, and you don't pretend that you're going to be Michelangelo at the end of the hour. Because that guy, he spent years painting one painting. So give ourselves a break. We're not doing why not. What we're doing is releasing our inhibitions and applying marks where the marks might be and see if it brings us joy. Marie Kondo style. And if this does not bring you joy, then look at these little things. I was gonna call them flowers. I'm not sure if they are though. Mm, look at this. This is super fun. And you know what this means? Oh, I know what this means. Haha, I said I might not use it today, but here comes the gold. This is gonna be great. I think this is the one I'm gonna give to my mother. Out of these three, this is the one that's bringing me the most joy. And all my colors are dirty now, just in time. Just in time. Okay. So what we're gonna do is just go with the gold just along the middle. And then we'll spread out a little bit. Just got some gold beads. Can somebody remind me not to put gold into my paint? Or not to put dirty paintbrush into my paint? Because the gold's gonna become blue gold pretty soon here. What I love about these overtone metallic paints is that as soon as you touch the paper. It spreads. Gonna make some gold graphs. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean it. Look at these. Look at these gold grasses. Look at how it's spreading. Look at this. Just look at it. This is so much fun. This is a great painting. I love this painting. I hope you guys love this painting. Look at it. Okay, I'm gonna flip it for those people on YouTube who are watching upside down. I know my table is terribly dirty, but look at this. Look at this. It's so much fun. And as it's going to, like, first of all, the gold goes, but the blue is going, and the yellow is going. And here there's a funky thing happening that I just love. I love this painting. What do you think? Do you guys love this painting as much as I do? We don't even know what it's going to be like when it grows up, this painting. Yes, it's totally fine to do it with your finger. Who cares? Your finger's just as good a paintbrush as any. You used to paint with your finger when you were little, and what happened since? Didn't like that white spot, but I do like this smear. Maybe not smear some more. What about this one? Let's see. Good. Maybe just for the sides. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So I told you I wasn't going to paint upside down, and here I am painting upside down. Um, but it's the end of this session. I do like to anchor the painting in some darker color for some reason. The fun does not end. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Because look, I just, oh my goodness, I just keep having ideas and ideas. This is the essence of my, oh, I'm so sorry, YouTube. I mean, Facebook peeps. I'm so sorry, Facebook peeps, for bumping the camera. Okay, guys, I think this is the end. These are the, what I want to do just one more thing. Just running a little gold along there. And it's just going to blend and it's going to be beautiful. And this is beautiful. And I am so glad that you joined me for this meditative paint along. I need to end the screens. I'm going to figure out how to do this better in the future. And we will enjoy this again. And maybe I'll get better at trying these beginner things. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a good Sunday. Bye.